Okay, well, here we are on the way to Ushguli. Ushguli. It's from Mestia, and we're heading up into the far northern reaches of the Caucasus, and we have reached one of the places that we were really looking forward to seeing. And apologies to Huey Lewis and the News, but it is the Tower of Love. And that's what we are going to see here. Here's the sign. It tells right what it is. Entry price one Georgian lari, which is about 30 cents. So I mean, it's certainly worth it to see the Tower of Love. Okay, and there is the Tower of Love. It is right there. And now we're going to go hear the story about it. Let's go. And here we're looking up at the Tower of Love. Whoa, it goes way up. And there you go. And there's Tanya making it up to the Tower of Love. We're going to hear the story now. So we're inside the tower right now, and apparently the story behind this is that there were two lovers who lived in this area, and a boy fell into the river below here and drowned, and the girl was so distraught that she was just inconsolable and crying all the time. And so her father built a tower for her that was close to the site above the river where her lover had died. And so every day she would be here in the tower and mourned the death of her lover. And that's the story. So here we are by the river where the lover, the male lover, drowned, and here is the lovely Tanya, who, if I fell into that river, I'm sure that she would be inconsolable and would not know how to live with herself. And then what would happen?
I would build a tower.
You would build the tower, and just look at the river every day
and you cry.
And cry.
I'd cry you a river.
You'd cry me a river.
I would.
Not a Crimea river.
Not at all.
No, that's in another place. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm glad to hear it. So we're wandering around some of the old towers here in Ushguli. It was quite a fascinating ride up here, and we've checked into our guest house, and now we're with our companions who are about ready to check into theirs. And I think their guest house is part of is set among these old towers. So we'll kind of see how that works out. Here's Tanya with her Georgia hat. She's very glad she got that.
Very glad. Oh, here comes somebody.
Oh, here comes somebody. Uh-oh. It's a pig.
Yes.
All right. Let's find out what's going on here.
Don't open the door.
Well, I'm not going to open it, but let me see if I can talk to him. This place is absolutely amazing. There are no paved roads. There are just all these little lanes that are, made of rocks and a lot of cow pies. And
It must be right here.
okay, that must be the entrance to it. I don't know how. I mean, the addresses. There are virtually no addresses. I don't know how anybody would find any place here, but it's not a very big town. So people just know. And people who lived here obviously have lived here a long time. People have taken their homes and wherever they can, and they've turned them into guest houses because this has become a kind of a tourist attraction because of its beauty. That is, when they're down in Mestia, then they take that really difficult road and they come up here. So our two companions are staying at this other guest house. They're making sure they have the right place here. Yeah, so here's Lolo, and we asked her where she lived, and she has 4 towers around here.
Should we take it off?
Yeah. The what?
Oh, she touched her hat.
Oh yeah, no, it looks very good. Thank you. And she was very sweet to us to tell us around, show us around the little neighborhood here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think Lola only speaks Russian, and
I think so.
But
will you take our photo?
so we've hiked up to the top of this little tower that is overlooking the valley, and if you look down here, you can see the road that we came up, and it doesn't look too bad from right there, but there were some parts further back that were pretty precarious. A lot of these these towers are still here, and the roofs are really the only thing that is new and has been added. In 1984, there was a huge snowstorm here, and there were 11 meters of snow that covered this valley, if you can believe that. And so what happened was the people were completely isolated, and they had to get themselves out of here, and it's 40 kilometers before you get to the next town of any size. And they packed up, took sleds, anything they could. This is in 1984, and trudged along that road that we were in and made it to Mestia, and then essentially abandoned this area, spread out to other parts of Georgia. Then in the last 15 years or so, people have started to come back here, and the government, the progressive government of Georgia at that time, decided to put more money into this place, and such as it is, and start rebuilding it and its cultural significance and history. So there we are, and it is just beautiful, and it's supposedly the highest altitude continually occupied village in Europe. That's what they say. So Tanya, what do you think of this as we're looking out over the valley here and the village of Ushguli? Pretty amazing.
I can't believe it's real. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, pretty amazing, isn't it?
I feel like it's a dream or a painting.
Yeah, in those mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the river going right through.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Pretty nice.
So here we're walking back to our guest house after a full day of touring here in Ushguli. And as I mentioned before, none of the lanes were streets, or whatever you would call them, passageways, are paved in this town. And so if you're thinking about a medieval town, this is it. Just imagine it. This is the way most of the places in medieval Europe were, with except here they have electricity now, and we've got running water and plumbing. Let's go down here a little bit further. We look up at there's the old church up there on the mountain. Tanya's exhibits complete faith in my tracking ability to find our guest house. And here we are.
Didn't we come up from this way though?
No, we came down here.
Okay. Well, we went there from here.
Oh.
But.
Oh, well.
That's good. No.
That's where the sign. That's where the sign is.
Okay.
See, her faith is not shaken.
What?
Tanya's faith is not shaken. Shaken, not stirred. I guess that's where I'll be sleeping tonight if I don't behave myself. Okay.
Right.
You think, oh, well.
It is. It's like a medieval. It is.
Yeah, it is. Exactly.
Easier way to get there.
Okay. Between the two of us here, we'll figure out where we're going to sleep tonight.
And just imagine in the medieval days, not only did horses, pigs, and cows poop in the street, but they did too.
That's right. Oh, here we go, Tanya. See the sign?
Hey. Okay. There's the... Did we go in the gate?
There's some little piggies here. So we must be down here, huh?
These are little babies.
So this will be our pork chops tomorrow, I guess, or maybe not. Suckling pig. That's what. Suckling piglet. What do you guys think? Think that's a very good idea? Eh, they're not saying. I think we're gonna find it, all right. Yep.
Oh yeah, there's the sign up here on the right.
Okay. Here we go. We're getting closer. And hi.
Hi. You know, Jay?
being the sometimes clueless travelers that we are, we are at one of the oldest and most famous churches in Georgia, and it's in Kutaisi. And I was encouraged by our guide to, Jay, where's your camera? Be sure and take pictures of this. Okay, so here it is. It's it's a very old church. It's built up on this rock. It really is a beautiful area. I mean, the area around here, it's outside of the city of Kutaisi and Taisi, and it's all wooded. It's just beautiful. There's a river at the bottom. So this monastery was built, the church and monastery was built in the 8th century. There have been, of course, as in any of these buildings, lots of changes and modifications over the years, but that's essentially how old this thing is. Well, here we are at the entrance to the monastery. I honestly don't know if there are monks in there now or not. I'll have to find out. But it's very, very pretty.